Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish everything on Rumble, on the blogger site. There's an archive post thingy there, and also on Patreon for extra support. And any kind of updates I usually go about on the Twitter X platform. Yesterday I didn't manage to get around having a slot of for live stream Elden Ring, but I did manage like 20-30 minutes, and I did some cooperations there, but I didn't have enough time to manage to get a stream there. But yeah, I got some rune arcs, some more runes to level up the character there, and I'm just waiting for us to continue on Mount Gelmir there. And 2 days later we should have a Mutineer Zero episode. We're kind of approaching the final stretch there. I think there is a handful of episodes until the final part of the DLC there, and then it's a wrap up there. And yeah, I will see again. The live stream schedule is always very finicky because of my work schedule. Being a freelancer, it is always difficult for me to get at least 2 hour slot to get around and doing some live stream. But then again, when I manage to get around and do some live streams, I always publicize there on Twitter X, so give a follow there if you're willing to do so. And again, don't forget, I already have some completed gameplay series, and also some of them are still the older ones, 1080p. And again, most of them I will be doing redoing some of them, especially Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, and probably Alien Isolation, and in the future maybe Wolfenstein. I will probably, on a deal, when there is a deal, I will buy the Wolfenstein mainline series, and I will do that gameplay series there also. But yeah, news, not much happening, at least that caught my attention there enough to make a program here. But interesting enough, we are seeing some movement on BattleMage stuff. Nothing very interesting per se, but there is some stuff happening in terms of patches and software stuff. And the latest one, seemingly, they removed ultra high bitrate 20 support there for the BattleMage stuff. Again, this is in line with the DisplayPort 2.1 specs, which supposedly they support around 3 transmission rates, so the UHBR 10, 13.5, and 20. Again, the one that was removed was the latest one, so 20 gigabytes per lane. Again, the DP, the DisplayPort specification 1.4. The 13 and the 20 gigabytes per lane, usually they are optional, but yeah, it's a little bit finicky on how they're going to do, even though I think there is no need, given the specifications or the supposed specifications of the BattleMage chips there. I'm not sure if they can handle that that amount of speeds, and even on monitor stuff, we might get more of them during this year, but I think there's only like they say around 3 models that can support that high bandwidth speeds there. So I think in terms of being a mainstream thing there, it will take a little bit more time. So I think they were trying to fine tune stuff. I don't know, but yeah, supposedly that it's. I just hope that the rumors are true, that at least some announcement before Black Friday or around that. Even though the rumors suggest the launch itself to be around Black Friday, so I don't know. It will be good because mainly in terms of being push a little bit more competitiveness in the market on the GPU side, especially on the medium to high-end tiers there. If it maintains that the BattleMage high-end GPU is trying to reach around 4080-ish kind of performance level there, it will be good, given that even AMD for this RDNA 4 launch is going to have only 2 SKUs, which is the Navi 48, which seemingly is trying to aim probably around between the 7900 GRE and the 7900 XTX performance, around there. But I think the main improvement on the RDNA 4 is going to be ray tracing. At least that's what the rumors were telling us about there. So, but yeah, regarding this, again, it's not a huge big deal of just because it's not going, at least at this moment in time. Again, this might change. But yeah, at least we are seeing some movements for BattleMage. Also, I think the Lunar Lake series CPU is going to have this architecture with 8 cores there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see more news in the future there. Hopefully during the summer we have more detailed information and not only rumors or speculation there. But yeah, similarly there is some movement around this, which is always good, which to a certain degree informs us that they are doing their thing there in the background. So yeah, hopefully they will launch something soon. And I was talking about the RDNA 4. Supposedly they are going to utilize 18 gigabytes per second GDDR6 memory across the entire lineup. This is from Kepler. I remember this name is come about and usually throws around this kind of information. Again, as I said, this RDNA 4 lineup is not going to be very. They don't have an high-end chip there. That there was some R&D issues from the speculation, and they just decided to cancel that phase of the R&D and advance to, let's say, RDNA 4 Plus or RDNA 5 altogether, to work on the issues that they didn't manage or they were almost about to fine-tune there, from what I understood at the time. And they decided they were confident enough they could just skip everything that phase for RDNA 5 and try not to delay more the RDNA 4, and they took the shot there, and they're just going to launch monolithic chips for the RDNA 4. And again, because even in terms of GDDR6, if the only ones that utilize a little bit more speed are the 7900 XTX, the XT, and the 7800 XT. In terms of speed, memory speed there. I guess, again, because supposedly they're going to aim between the 7900 GRE and the 7900 XTX kind of performance level with the Navi 48 there. I assume that given that the GRE can handle supposedly pretty well the 18 gigabyte GDDR6 memories there, we might be more than enough. And again, the fact that if this information confirmed to be true, it means that because it's a mainstream kind of memory, it's going to be cheaper to manufacture and supposedly is going to be more competitive in terms of price when it comes out, which is good, given that this range of performance in terms of GPUs way too expensive at this moment in time for a lot of people. And if they can lower a little bit there might be the possibility of their outselling by a lot Nvidia, given that they just stick around with $800 GPUs in the case of the 4070 Ti Super, which gets smashed at the same price got the promotion of the 7900 XTX, was around about that kind of same price there, almost $800. It just smacks around that 4070 Super Ti Super. So yeah, hopefully we will get, I don't know, at least 7800 XT kind of performance level and lower a little bit more. I think the 7800 XT was, I covered this yesterday or something like that. It was around below $500, which is starting to get more appealing there. But yeah, if we can see 7800 XT kind of performance around $400, I think it's going to smash the competition there. And if the Intel can manage to get around and get a 48-ish kind of level of performance and start pressuring on the 7900 XT and XTX and XT, I think it will be good for them to start cutting even more, a little bit more on the pricing there. And at least people that didn't took the chance on this RDNA free or even the 40 series might have better options by the end of this year, at least to plan out what kind of GPUs they can buy there. It will be good. So you can have a huge jump, at least in terms of performance in per cost per dollar per performance or performance per dollar. Depends on how you want to put it. But yeah, similarly, the GDDR6 it's more than enough, at least from the specs here, to handle this kind of performance, especially on RDNA 4. Again, RDNA 5 might have already be implementing GDDR7 for all we know. But yeah, I think it's a good thing, because it will, instead of trying to put, in terms of marketing, they are going to have this new memory and then it doesn't do anything good in terms of performance, and it's just going to increase the overall price of things. I think they are going for a better solution here, and continue to make their prices a little bit more competitive. And in terms of gaming news, nothing much happening. Got some the usual stuff here with the DEIs, and all that stuff there. There are plenty of good channels for you to follow up. I usually try not to cover that much, because or else I will spend all day just talking about this. Again, my overall not counsel, my overall recommendation is regarding games is pay attention. It's always worth doing some investigation, because when you buy games, you're voting with your wallet per se, which is passing the information that you approve the product itself. So when you're buying a product, always take an account, especially games. In this case, check reviews, especially independent reviewers that you trust. If you have any kind of, I don't know, issues or not with certain things that might affect your perception regarding the gaming industry, follow up on people, try to cover, check the news regarding those issues, but at the end, you vote with your wallet, so you pass information, you're communicating with the companies there that make the product, you communicate it with your money. And when you don't buy it, again, you like everyone else, if everybody does their part, eventually in the medium to long term, companies will understand that some stuff that they're trying to do will not pass, and they will fail, and they will get the message, because at the end of the day, they just want to make money. That's the bottom line there. But yeah, regarding news, I just found this news interesting. Splinter Cell remake. There, so the remake of the first one, which I played long time ago. This stealth mechanics. It was kind of groundbreaking at the time with the stealth mechanics that they implemented in that game. It was a little bit. It was groundbreaking there. And the night vision goggles, that at the time when it launched, it was like mind-blowing, because there was nothing compared. It was groundbreaking, let's say. Supposedly this remake will allow the AI enemies detect the player using ray trace reflections. Again, okay. Given that usually ray tracing in terms of performance, it's very costly on the hardware. I don't know how this can be implemented. If you have to have ray tracing enabled for this to work or not. It's going to be a little bit tricky, given that this is not even uses Unreal Engine 5, which has, I think, imbued on the software side the ray tracing stuff, at least the reflections, I think. This is still being done with the Snowdrop engine from Ubisoft. And again, this is a Ubisoft game. I really hope they just nail this one. Ubisoft is not being pretty good. In overall scheme of things, they have like one hit from time to time, but the overall thing here is they are usually not that good remakes or new games here. They are not doing very good there. That's for sure. But yeah, again, this is the only thing that has this. This visceral person is a data miner, usually a leaker and data miner. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. There was around and around in 2 months we might get the Ubisoft Forward, one of those events there. Maybe we'll get some teas or something that we can have some information to rely on in terms of official information from the studio there. But other than that, it's interesting if this thing is true, and I really hope for a good remake. At least if one franchise that can be revived in a good manner is Splinter Cell. I think they have good storylines there, even though by the end it was a little bit meh, because it's the thing with trilogies. They did 3 games, they have kind of an overarching story there, but then they basically soft rebooted everything to a certain degree, but then they pick up later. It was a little bit of a mess in terms of the arc story of the franchise, but hopefully they can, I don't know, somehow mend that. But yeah, this is what I got in terms of news. In terms of deals, we got a lot of stuff on Steam still. We got Pacific Drive, got around 1 day and something. To get this one, it's 20% off. We got Classify France 44, which is kind of an XCOM-y kind of a game, and it's being very positive reviews. I watch at least one of the videos that Christopher Odd did. He usually does a lot of this kind of games here, covers a lot of these games, and yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Kind of new twist in certain mechanics that we are already used to with XCOM and other new implementations there. We got also Resident Evil franchise is still on sale. I will leave all the Resident Evil games on the description below, so you can choose for yourself. But you got Resident Evil 4 25% off on this, 25% off on this case. And we got also Wartales, again, this kind of Jagged Alliance kind of a game there, 25% off. We got Dredge, 30% off, still on the sale here. Again, one of these. I think they're going to do live action series movie. I don't know. I heard something, some rumblings, so there is nothing confirmed, but some rumors coming about there. We got The Long Dark, 30% off. Again, this is a pretty good one. Of those early access Sussex cases. So it's got always been very positive reviews. We got Planet of Lana, got a puzzler here. Again, very positive reviews also. One of those that I'm interested on playing out. And it's 35% off. We got Aliens Dark Descent, a huge improvement since they patched up all the main bugs that they had and the main issues. Everything seems to be patched out and is 45% off. And on GOG we got around almost 2 days the director Deus Ex series, Human Revolution Director's Cut, 85% off, and also Mankind Divided Digital Deluxe Edition, 85% off. This is a good one with all the DLC, very cheap. And also we got Tomb Raider Game of the Year Edition, 80% off. So this is with all the stuff there. The extra goodies for basically $4, which is basically nothing. It's almost like a giveaway here. Again, they don't have this is a single player. It doesn't have any multiplayer on the game. I think it's because of the DRM that usually comes with these games. Again, GOG doesn't have any DRM on their games, at least on their version of their games. And okay, lastly, we got Void Buster, 70% off. Again, this is a recommendation, got a stamp of approval for my part. I did a series on this one, and I went through the main story there. Very good, very good. Very interesting humor, and even the mechanics are pretty solid. And even as a first-person shooter, it's a pretty good one with those roguelike kind of things there. And yeah, basically this is what I got for you today, guys. I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon. The Patreon is mainly for extra support. At this moment in time, I'm trying to find out a way of getting a storage solution for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and also some extra storage for the videos that I do for the channel. But yeah, basically this is it, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.